Welcome guys. Now we are in question number 6 in C# and .NET question discussion series. The question is explain classes and object in C#. Actually, explaining classes and object is not relevant to specific language. Each and every OOPS languages or object-oriented programming based languages use this concept, right? We know there are 6 OOPS concept with classes, object, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation, right? The first two is classes and object. You need to explain what these are, alright? A class is a blueprint or template for creating object. An object is an instance of class. Did you get the idea? Did you get what it means actually? Alright. Here you have a class, right? The class is like as an employee, right? It's a class is a template actually, or a blueprint for creating object. As example, this employee class has properties like name, salary, and it has some methods as well, right? But it has no data. It is a common template or common blueprint for creating specific instances, right? This is a class. Class is common template or blueprint, like a blueprint, right? It has no associated data. But when you move into the object is a instance of a class, right? We create one object from this class as Vera, right? The name is Vera, his salary is $2,000. Another object is Chuck, and his salary is. The third one is name is Dave, the salary is $1,900. Likewise, we can create many objects using these classes, right? Class is a template or blueprint for creating object, and the object is a instance of a class. Alright, let's move into the code section. I will explain how we create object from class in C#, right? Alright, here is the previous code base, right? It has namespace called OOPS, and it has 4 classes actually. The employee is a class, right? It has properties like employee name, employee ID, and employee salary. And it has a constructor. We use constructor for assigning, initialize the property, right? The reason is actually the constructor call when we are creating objects. Then at that time we can pass these parameters. Then those value we can assign to the assign to these properties, right? It has methods as well, the display info, right? Now we are going to create object from this employee class. You must understand these things. The class is a template or blueprint for creating object, right? This type of object, right? This is name, this is ID, this is salary, this is display info. It's a method, right? No data associated with. Alright, let's move into main class, and it has main method. This is the console application starting point, right? I create one object, John object. You can use any of the name you want, right? With the new keyword with the employee. This is the way how we create the object, right? We have 3 different objects with the data. What these are, right? If you define a constructor in a class, you need to pass those constructor values when you're creating object, right? In my class, I require 3 parameters, so that's why I use these parameters, right? Then those parameters will initialize with this value, right? This is the way how we create objects. uh, just remind it again. The class is a template or grouping for creating object, right? It has no data. It is a template actually. The object is an instance of the class, right? We create different instances using that class, right? We can create many objects with that using that template, right? The object has its own data and it's a real world object, right? With this concept, we can use this code reusability, right? We can create many objects. All right. All this is clear. Let's move into next question.